Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be Makeup Mayhem Day 7, and I have a very fun video for you today. It is comparing and swatching both of the new Lorac summer palettes. This one is the Summer Glow palette and this one is the Afterglow palette. I am going to tell you a little bit about both palettes, what I think of them, and I'm going to compare the swatches so you have a better idea of which palette you want to get, or maybe you want to get both palettes. So don't forget to subscribe for more Makeup Mayhem videos. I have already posted a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here. I will leave that link down below as well as all the other Makeup Mayhem videos. So if you want to see swatches and what I think about these two palettes, then keep on watching. Okay, first of all, I'd like to address the availability of these palettes. Each palette is exclusive to a certain store. So we have the Summer Glow palette, and this one is exclusive to Kohl's. So you can only find this at Kohl's. And the Afterglow palette is exclusive to Ulta. They both are $24 a piece, and they both come with 10 shadows. So I'm going to go through each palette, tell you what I think about it, show you the swatches, and also compare the swatches of both palettes. So first off, we're going to start with the Summer Glow palette, which comes in this nude packaging with the gold trim. Like I said, this one retails for $24 and it can be found at Kohl's. When you open up the packaging, you do have a big mirror up here. I'm trying not to blind you guys with it. And it does say Lorac in gold letters at the very top. You also get this little protective sheet for the eyeshadows that says Lorac there in a nude color. And then these are the eyeshadows that you get in this palette. You do have a wide variety of satins, shimmers, and mattes, and also quite a bit of colors as well as nudes too. So this palette is very good for an everyday look, but especially if you want to pop a color, you also get some fun colors in there too. So I'm going to swatch all these shadows for you and tell you what I think about them. Okay, so the first color is this pretty taupe neutral color. Doesn't really show up too much on my skin. I can say overall these eyeshadows are actually pretty powdery. They do not compare to the Lorac Pro palette. That Lorac Pro palette is much more buttery and smooth. These are a little bit more chalky, which is kind of disappointing after using the Lorac Pro palette. But nonetheless, they are still pretty shades. So here you have a neutral taupe color. And this one I would say is one of the least pigmented colors in the palette. Next to that you have like a light coral color. I would say this is the second least pigmented color in the palette. I am wearing this on the inner third of my eyelid. These are both mattes. This one here is a duochrome purple. This isn't as powdery as the other eyeshadows, but it does lack a little bit of pigment and also a little bit harder to swatch. It does feel a little bit more dry than these two. So that one's a pretty purple with a blue duochrome. This one here is a very beautiful aqua color. I have this underneath my lash line. This one too was powdery, but this one is one of the few colors that actually gives pretty decent pigmentation. Next one is a gold shimmery color. And this one is not too bad, still powdery, but it does have decent pigmentation. The blue one is also a shimmer. Next we have a more bronzy color. This leans a little bit more on the like yellow orangey side, and this one is also a shimmer. Next to that we have a teal color. This one is very powdery. You can see up here still got some powder. This does have a little bit of shimmer. Not as great of color payoff as this aqua color. Next to that we have a deep matte brown. This one swatches okay. One of the least powdery eyeshadows in the palette. Next to that, we have a white color. This to me does look like to have more of a satin finish, and it swatches pretty well. And then we have a beige, looks like matte color, but it does give off a satin finish as well. Next, we're going to talk about the Summerglo palette. Again, this is also $24 and it can be found at Ulta. This comes in the turquoise packaging with the gold writing. And when you open it up, it is very similar to the Summerglo palette. You have this mirror that says Lorac in a turquoise color. Also comes with this little protective cover, says Lorac in turquoise. And these are the colors that you get. Again, an assortment of shimmer, satin, and matte colors. You're probably thinking these two palettes look quite similar, and they are a little bit similar. I'm going to show you the swatches kind of side by side and tell you what the differences are. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these colors for you. Okay, and here are the colors from the Summerglo palette. We have this really beautiful peacock color. This is a matte, and I would say this is probably one of the more pigmented colors in the Summerglo palette. This is one of the least powdery. Again, same thing with the Summerglo palette. The Afterglo palette is powdery with their eyeshadows. So this one is the peacock color. Next to that, we have a green color. This one is a little less pigmented than the peacock color, but still one of the more pigmented colors in the palette. Next to that, we have a true gold color. This is a shimmer. This green color is also a shimmer. Next to that, we have a bronze color. This is more of a true bronze. This is also a shimmer. Next to that, we have a purple. This is matte, and this is what I have in my crease. I would say this is one of the least pigmented eyeshadows, and actually takes quite a bit to build up that color. Next to that, we have a neutral light brown color. This is matte. Next to that, we have a brighter coral. This does have a little bit of gold shimmer to it, and this is what I'm wearing on the outer 2/3 of my eyelid. Next to that, we have a deep brown, and this is matte. Then we have a white, which does give off a satin finish, but it does look matte in the palette. And then we have a pretty pinky champagne color. This is a shimmer. So as you can tell, I have the swatches of both of those palettes. This one is the Afterglo palette, and the one below is the Summerglo palette. So as you can see, there are some similarities. So I'm going to go through colors that look similar and tell you actually what is the difference between them. So first off, we're going to start off with the white color. And actually, that is the only color that is 100% exact in both palettes. So you can see both of those white colors there, and like I said, those are exact. Next, we're going to talk about the like pinky beige colors that are next to the white ones. And this one is the one from the Summerglo palette, and this one's the one from the Afterglo palette. And the difference between them is the one in the Afterglo palette is actually a lot more pink, and the one in the Summerglo palette is definitely more beige. Next, we're going to address the two purple colors. They may look similar, but they're actually different. The purple color in the Afterglo palette, which is the top one here, is actually matte, whereas the purple color in the Summerglo palette does have a blue duochrome to it. Next, we'll talk about the coral colors. The one in the Summerglo palette, or the Afterglo palette, which is on top, is a lot brighter, and it does have a gold shimmer to it. And the one in the Summerglo palette, which is down here, is actually matte and a lot lighter. Next, let's talk about those gold colors. The one in the Afterglo palette is more of a true gold. The one in the Summerglo palette does have a little bit of a like rustic bronze undertone to it. It's not as yellow. Next, we're going to talk about the bronze colors. The one in the Afterglow palette is more of a true bronze, whereas the one in the Summerglow palette does have more of an orange undertone to it. Next, we'll talk about the darker brown shades. The one in the Afterglow palette is it's deeper than the one in the Summerglow palette. They are both matte, however. Then we'll move on to the lighter brown colors. The one in the Summerglow palette, which is here, you can barely see it, is actually more taupe than the one in the Afterglow palette, and also the one in the Summerglow palette is a lot lighter. Next, we will talk about the blue colors. So you have the peacock color in the Afterglow palette is obviously a lot different than the blue color in the Summerglow palette. This is the blue color in the Summerglow palette, whereas this is the blue color in the Afterglow palette. So as you can see, they are two totally different shades. Next, we're going to talk about the more green colors. The one in the Summerglow palette is a lot lighter. It is a shimmer and it doesn't swatch as well. The one in the Afterglow palette does have a little bit more of a blue undertone, and you can definitely see the shimmer in it. I think those are all the colors in both palettes. So as you can see, these palettes are very similar. The quality of the eyeshadows are the same. They are powdery. You do get the same amount of mixtures of mattes and shimmers. Some have a satin finish to them. Even though the colors look similar, they're actually, all of them are different. The only one that's the same is the white color in both palettes. So I hope that this review and comparison and swatching of both palettes help you in determining which palette you want to get, or if you want to get any palette, or perhaps you want both palettes. The main reason I got both palettes was to do this video for you, but being a makeup junkie and really taking a deeper look at both palettes individually, like I said, the shadows are actually different. They do have different finishes, they have different undertones, so it is up to you which palette you'd like. I would say overall, the Summerglow palette does have more of a softer finish to it. It's a little bit more on the neutral side. You do still get your pops of color, but they're a little bit more subdued, whereas the Afterglow palette is definitely geared more towards the person who wants brighter colors. The pops of color in this palette are definitely more bright and more vivid, and it's a little bit more colorful than the Summerglow palette. So like I said, I hope this video helped you in distinguishing between both of the palettes. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you all next time. Bye.